All right, and we're here trying out, making sure we can hear everything, making sure that I can see everyone on camera, trying out our new wireless microphones for battle reports. Eloise, how you doing tonight?
Um, Good. I'm done with Paradise.
You're good? You're done with the Paragon War suits. All right, so I can hear some sound coming in, so I'm going to take off my little mic.
What?
Yeah, it's playing.
Nice.
We're live.
Nice. Oh, fucking smart.
Eloise trying to keep it PG.
Oh, subscribers.
We're not that kind of website.
No. Okay, I'm gonna go get more V and modifiers so that I can make sure I convert them in line with what I have.
I'm proud of you.
But that will also
We had plenty of time to do this before the camera started.
that will also let me know from the other side of the room.
All right.
Trying to be.
We can hear Brandon and very well. Eloise is quiet. Okay. Eloise. Okay.
So are we playing through a way that's correct?
Yeah. Throw all the stuff away. She's cleaning out her bag in order to find some models. Proud of you. All right, Mike. What do you think about Space Marines? What are you playing at ATC? I'm literally going to start building lists right now because I'm going to start procrastinating.
Well, can you please do this for me? I have 3 people who said they're going to make me list. You know what I didn't get today? A list.
You need to get a list today.
But I'm going to make Kermit Crab. I have 3 Paragon's War suits to convert. I have 1 Canoness, 2 Basic Sisters, and 3 Orco Flagellum to build. And this is all the sister screws that I have left.
Okay.
After that, I have built and done everything.
It's not picking up our microphones, always.
Oh!
That is why you're so quiet. All right, let's figure this out.
Is it the red circle that says mute? That one? Or in the middle?
No, that's the Logitech cam.
So this is what you look like, and this is what you look like. How can we make you guys see?
Property. Try that. Let's see if this sounds better.
I hope it's not. Is my mic on?
Your mic's on. There you go. All right, so I had the wrong one chosen. It was playing off this one that I have sitting right next to me. Now it's playing off that one. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Now I can hear Eloise. I'm gonna turn.
So do I need to repeat that I need to make Kramer proud?
Yes, you need to repeat everything you said because nobody heard you.
Alright, so Kramer, I'm gonna make you proud. So you see those 3 Paragon War suit. That Arcoflagellant. Those 2 Arcoflagellant and random bodies. That's a Basic Sisters. That's a Canoness. That's all my sisters that I have left to build. And after that, I can move on to Eldor with no great pile of shame on my sister's pile.
That's pretty good.
I'm pretty proud.
I'm really proud of you. Until we buy some more stuff. We're looking at getting a couple castigators for her sisters.
Yes.
But there's so much Eldar to build. Like, I spent today cleaning up the gaming room in
Yeah.
order to start.
I
prepping
said
for
sisters.
streams. We have 30 snipers, like 40 Jeffers, 9 Warwalkers. There are so many models. You'll need to tell me what we need to print. So I think the next thing we need to print is because Eldar is broken as shit right now.
And night spinners are broken
And
as
night
shit.
spinners are really cool. So the night spinner turret that you made, I think one of those would be fantastic. Because we have 2 right now that we were running as the fire prisms. So if we got a third one, that'd be really awesome, Kramer. Justin, I'm glad you could join us. Let's talk about your tile list too.
One of these.
That is... So we printed these, or Kramer printed these off for Adepticon because Eloise is working on a Protoss-themed Eldar army. And we wanted to have some fire prisms. But this works so well as a night spinner.
It does.
Like, and you have mini ones of that, right?
I got small ones here.
We could turn those into artillery platforms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That scale looks pretty good too. I agree. As soon as I saw night spinners, I'm like, hey, we have 2 of them. The model just looks fantastic. Oh, don't talk about the towel list. Alright. So, I have a couple people on here. Well, let's talk about Eloise's Sisters of Battle list, because myself and Brad Chester promised that we'd make her a list, and neither of us did it.
So did Sean. Like
So Sean Rice also promised.
everybody promised me a list.
We need to help Eloise.
You know what I didn't get?
We were literally talking about Sisters of Battle today and the Codex and how everything worked out, and she was just drooling while we were eating lunch at the Chinese restaurant that we went to. She didn't understand how any of the pointing worked, or so. Everyone, pull up your sisters' indexes so we can get this going.
Got it.
So, let me pull up the points too, because I feel
The
like
points are
oh, you have
here.
a paper copy. Look,
Of course.
this is
I'm
what we did.
95. I've got paper copies of everything.
So, do you want to start with like what you were taking and just seeing how they came out, like
And
points-wise?
how many points? Yeah, if you want to start a spreadsheet.
Justin's like start with 3 exorcists and a knight.
I have neither nor. Oh yeah. How do I mute myself?
How do you mute yourself?
Yeah, so that I don't cough in the mic.
There's a mute button on the side of your microphone. That's
Okay, cool. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So you press it until it blinks. So you don't
Okay.
hold it, because if you hold it, it'll turn off.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, so what was your list, Eloise? You had Mormon Val.
Morvi.
So 135. She does have 2 rhinos. I think. So Kramer, you don't know this, and Justin and Mike, you don't know this either. So next weekend we're having like 7 people come over, and we're going to be streaming 40K games all weekend. So we're going to start at like 5 p.m. Friday. And here, actually, let me jump to the larger camera.
I learned that while listening to a stream because they were like, "Hey, and while you're at the house, you can do that." And I was like, "People are coming."
So I got a nice gaming table over here. I'm cleaning it up right now. So we're gonna have we're tentatively planning on playing 8 different games over the course of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so over the next couple of days, I'm working on building some terrain so everyone has a custom. Every game has a custom table. That's the goal. So, and I also want to do like thematic matchups so we could talk about it and just see how 10th edition goes, and it'd be really fun. And while we're in the process of playing, I plan on painting the Space Marine half of the Indominus box set in 24 hours. So I'm going to build it, convert it, green stuff it, paint it, get it all done. And that way I'll be batching my army. So. And Eloise is going to be playing her first game of 10th edition on stream.
Mm-hmm.
So, We need to build our sisters list.
So my list was
So what's your list?
Morven, 1 Canoness, 3 Battle Sister squads.
Alright, so we'll just do 1 Battle Sister squad because they went. Well, I guess they're now 10-man
No.
squads.
That's a shitty list.
That's a shitty list.
Yeah, that was friendly Adepticon. No. You. I choose you. Repentia Superior, Canoness, Celestine, and the twins, Morven.
How many Repentia do you have? 3
Uh,
squads?
3 squads of 8.
Okay.
1 Dogmata, 1 squad of Sax. 2 Zephyrum.
5-man.
Yeah. 2 Retributor, 1 Rhino. Well, back in my time was 5,000 points. It's probably
5,000 points? No
2,000 points.
No wonder you're winning so much.
It's probably 12 points now.
Actually, I think you're about the same. To be 100% honest with you. Alright, so.
Now I'm getting the parallels because I made them. I will take them.
So, Repentia.
You said Repentia were not that good no more.
I don't think they're bad. I just think they're very squishy now.
I mean, everybody's T3-1 wound. What did you expect?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they were T3-1 wound before.
I think the difference is when you were playing them, they hit harder, right? So you had exploding 6s. You could put Warhim on them. They were Bloody Rose, so they were +1 AP and +1 attack. So you could get them hitting on 4 attacks with Warhim with exploding 6s.
And the Repentia Superior made them
Advance and charge.
Advance and charge and -1/2 wound.
Yeah, they just don't have any of that stuff right now.
So should I swap one of the unit of Repentia for 1 unit of Sax?
Well, let's just see where you are points-wise, and we can go from there. Alright, so
I mean, the second one was 3.
Dogmata's pointless. I'm not even going to add that in there. Sacrosants. 130. Wow, they went down a lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So what I told you, it's probably 5 points by now.
Well, you have 450 points for pension now, so there's that. 80, 260, 130, 150. Alright, how many points do you think your list is, Eloise?
1,700?
Alright, so Eloise's former 2,000 point Sisters Battle list is now 1,405.
Shit. Strong. Strong.
And you got a lot of girls, right?
That was... Well, but I also had 3 units of troops that you said we were taking on in 1.
Okay. Well, I didn't add the price of those. So battles. You need the Battle Sisters. The Battle Sisters hold your back line.
They pray.
And they provide miracle dice.
They pray.
So, sisters.
I'm still sad I cannot slap them in a sanctum.
Rip Sanctum. Let's pour one out for a Sanctum, Eloise.
Oh, cheers.
Pouring one out for a Sanctum. Hey, Seth is on. Now we're getting all the nerds on here. It sounds like 3 exorcists.
Hello, Mr. Maple.
Alright, how many points of Battle Sisters?
May I steal your horse's spines?
What? 110.
May I steal your horse's spines?
So you're 15-15 now. Let's see. How many?
3.
How many do I got in there?
75.
Let's see.
It's here. You got a lot.
Yeah, 3's fine.
Thank you.
Mr. Okay, so Seth, every time we go to Waffle House or Cracker Barrel or have any sort of pancakes, She takes the maple syrup that you mailed us like 2 years ago and brings it with her.
It doesn't go bad.
So, I know it doesn't go bad, but it's still funny. Like it comes in like a little jug and it has little handles, and she just walks in like this.
Mm-hmm.
No shame. Like she's not hiding it. She just takes it into the restaurant with her and then pours it all over her food.
The syrup they give you sucks. Why would I have shame of bringing things that don't suck?
Shame of bringing things that don't suck. All right. So your list is 1550. Actually, so one of the things we got to test out. So what we're going to be doing is on the table behind me. We're going to have 2 webcams hooked up along with the dice camera.
2?
And, yep, I got 1, 2, 3. So we'll have 2 of these web cameras, and we'll be able to alternate with different perspectives. So we're planning on getting a Waffle House employee to react requires heavy artillery.
that is true.
Actually, speaking of Waffle House, every fucking time we go to Waffle House, it's a different price.
We always order
We order
the
the
same
same thing every time we go to Waffle House, but it's a different price. I don't understand why it's a different price every time we go.
Can I have the green stuff, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So we're planning on mounting a web camera to the ceiling to view an overall perspective, and then having one at a different angle so you can actually see close-ups of the models, theoretically. So my goal tomorrow is to mount all the cameras and see how it actually works. So let's test said cameras and make sure it doesn't crash everything. Because I'm not totally sure if it is or isn't.
It crashed you?
Mm.
You look like you're frozen.
Yep, it crashed me.
Did it crash me? No, it did not
No, it
crash
didn't
me.
crash you. It crashed me. Okay. Well, we're not having a dice camera. I guess that's the long and short of it.
Almost as tech savvy as Brett. Yeah.
That's neat.
Well, if you want people to see your face, I can give you the.
I look like I died in electric fire.
No, you're like extremely surprised.
All right. Let's try something. Alright, I learned my lesson. Don't do that. Not gonna work.
But
we learned how to solve the problem though.
So it says I'll be right back, which
oh, we're live. We're right there.
No, look, Kremer says
I transitioned to a a weight screen
Oh,
in order to solve the problem, and then I fixed the camera. Okay.
Is it sound sucky all the time, or is it sound sucky when I make fun of him and ice cream?
Does Eloise's sound quality...
Why is it mine? It's both of us. Come on.
Or both of us.
Thank you, Kramer.
Can you describe what is going on so I can solve or prevent?
I'm quite sure that when I scream or laugh,
It does. You spike the mic.
I saturate the mic, yeah.
And I don't know how to solve that problem because you're a very excited person.
Make me depressed. Okay, so I'm going to make some green stuff,
Can we not make Eloise depressed?
and then I'm going to put the green stuff in the hole as a neck, like that. Hup. Don't try this at home because I have no clue what I'm doing. It's gonna work.
Alright.
Then
Okay, so you're 1550. So that's Vol, Canoness, 3 squads of Sisters of Repentia, which is 27 Repentia and 3 Repentia Superiors.
we have 4 Repentia Superior. Look,
Just
1,
like, yeah.
2, and the one that I've been playing with so far.
Show off your new Repentia Superiors. Okay.
Look.
We cannot physically see the white model on the white paper towel.
Oh, well, that makes way too much sense.
And it's blurry. You have to hit the focus button.
Autofocus.
Yeah. Oh well. You just can't really see it.
Well,
yeah, nothing. Oh.
Maybe if I were not shaking it to death while pressing the autofocus button, it would help it focus.
So our local game store down here, Kramer, they have a bid spin, and we Eloise went to the game store for 4 hours today.
I went to the game store to get a Keeper of Secret for Kyle.
She went to the game store to pick up one model, and then proceeded to stay at the game store for 4 hours.
Their internet was down. I could not check out, and I had to wait. So I dug through big boxes. That's the only rational thing to do.
But I convinced. So she picked up some Harlequins. She picked up some random characters out of the Sisters box. She picked up a whole bunch of random bits.
Yeah, Kramer was worried out about your pick of the Death Jester, just so you know.
Death Jesters are fantastic, Kramer. Have you actually looked at them yet? They're so good. Anyways, we need to still make a list for you.
Put it over the green. Hey, that's a smart idea.
It's still too bright. Ready?
I hope nobody get car sick.
You can't see it. I guess it's just it's just the fact that it's white prime.
I mean, she's a Canoness without the Canoness fancy stuff with a whip.
I agree. You gotta support those small businesses. I mean, they gave her a good deal. Like, she only spent like $20. She got 5 Harlequins, Canoness, and a bunch of bits.
Oh, Kramer!
Michael's motion sick because of you, Eloise.
I'm sorry, Michael. Is Michael the guy who is 12 and a half? The big boy who is 12 and a half?
Michael's not 12 and a half. He's 20 years old. Okay, so Michael, who's in chat right now, is literally the biggest guy I've ever seen before. I don't know why he's not a professional football player. Mike, how tall are you? Like 7 foot? Oh. And Kramer, Eloise is showing off a
Something bone.
a model
Something bone.
operator. I don't know what they are.
For the Queen of Blade. Your is 12 and a half.
You're not
You
12
see?
and a half. If you're 12 and a half, you can't come to the cabin at ATC.
Yeah, that would be dangerous.
You are not 5'11".
And a half. It's just a big half.
Don't tell ladies that. They look for 6 foot.
Which I don't understand.
I don't get it either.
Oh, fuck.
I'm ready to watch this in real time.
Sorry.
I don't know how you managed to do that. I'm really impressed.
I lost the skull. I was looking for the skull and I caught one of the sword in the camera. Because it makes sense.
This is why Eloise doesn't stream.
That's why I don't, yeah. You guys are like, you should be on
She
stream.
just hooked the camera with a sword.
With that.
I'm going to pour one onto my camera.
Oh, I think I found the, yeah, I found the skull.
Alright. How long do you want to stream for, Eloise? Until we build you a list?
I mean, I'm going to be building my sisters. You know how you want to have all the shrines in Zelda? And all the images in the compendium? I need to finish all the sisters.
Why do you have this motivation now?
Because I'm actually about to start a new army for real. Not that the first time around we said we would start
You did decide to do like the Herculean project to trying to build 4,000 points of Eldar in 2 months.
And that was not a good idea.
It was a terrible idea. But I'm proud of you. You got a lot done.
Not 4,000 points.
Okay. So what do you on your list? I think you need the 3 war suits. So how many of the 3 war suits? I think they're 240.
It's 240. So the same way that the Repentia's cost now include the Repentia Superior, does the war suit cost include Morven? Does
No,
the
Morven-
Zephyrin cost include Celestine?
No, it's additional.
How do you want me to know that? Why is it so complicated?
How is it complicated? It's
Well, the Repentia Superior is included in the unit, but then everything else is not.
okay.
But it's written nowhere.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It is. It's right here. No, that's good. Oh, Brad's calling.
Tell him I want a list.
Hold on. Brad, I'm currently streaming. What's that? And that was Brad. He just told me I sucked and hung up.
Maybe he knew I would ask him for a list.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, ready? Unit composition. 1 Repentia Superior, 4 to 9 Sisters Repentia. And if you look at the war suits, it says 1 Paragon Superior, 2 Paragons. And you can have whatever war gear you want.
And how do I know who can join what?
Going back to the book, if you look under,
Like what can...
like Celestine. Okay, so you have Celestine's profile here,
Yeah.
right? And then down here, you have what she can join.
Seraphim and Zephyr.
So when you look at all the characters, it tells you what you can join.
Nice. Thank you.
I think Brad was calling because he wanted to tell me how cool Space Marines are and managed to insult me because I don't think Gilliman's that good.
The Roomba can join Sacrosands.
Yeah. I think 3 spots of Sacrosands is a real thing.
I don't own that many.
Yeah, I know.
I don't own the Roomba.
You also don't own the...
Well, there's that.
So fun fact about the Canoness that's mounted in a vehicle with the heavy flamer. Apparently, you can just go in a Rhino. It's a vehicle that could go in a Rhino. So we want to convert the model, or convert a Rhino that she's going in, so it has like a handicap accessible ramp on the back.
No, a hook, so that it can like the scooters, like the RV carry the cars.
This document camera sucks. It's so hard to see anything.
No, it's because the focus is on the back, so anything that's in the front, it's out of focus, or is just everything out of focus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Strong.
Yeah. I just don't have a really good solution for the document camera. Like, I want to build models on stream and paint stuff, but you can't see anything. So I don't
The interracial couple has a name.
Yeah.
If they're on the box, it doesn't say Diminufuge.
It does not. I don't know where that name came from.
Okay.
On the box, it just says their names.
Ephrael and Kinegil.
Yeah.
Okay. At least I'm not trippy. So you said the Dialogus was good. Why?
I don't know why. I did not say she was good. I don't know what she does.
Well, this model is using a unit. That unit can be selected as the target of stratagem, even when it's battle shocked. What does battle shocked mean?
So
I thought battle shocked mean that you fail leadership.
Yeah, so they changed the way how leadership's working. So before in 8th and 9th edition, when you failed a leadership test, you took X number of casualties based on how much you failed the leadership test by.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Cool.
So now you roll 2 dice. And
what am I going to do with my wands?
Nothing.
That's the only thing I use a miracle dice wand for.
Yeah. So now what you do is there's a battle shock rating, and you roll over your leadership value. If you fail your leadership, or if you roll under what that value is, you can no longer be targeted by stratagems. Your objective control number, which is how many models you count as when you're on an objective, goes to 0.
Oh shit.
And if you are trying to leave combat, you have to take a desperate escape test. So it can actually be pretty bad. And everybody has to take it, right? So if your unit suffers 50% casualties, they have to take a battle shock test every single turn.
Wow.
If your vehicle suffers 50% wounds, they have to take a battle shock test every single turn. Now, thankfully, there's ways of mitigating it. Like, you can spend a CP to auto-pass if you really need to hold on to an objective and you fail. There's ways to, there's characters you can attach to just auto-pass. There's ways you can, you can spend your miracle die to help generate,
So I can still use my miracle die to pass battle shock.
Just not a 1.
Okay. So, okay. You see Morvi.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Mortifier.
Mm-hmm.
How do I make those Paragon Warsuit fit into my army?
Can I see one of the... No, not that. I want to see the actual model. Okay. So you gave him skulls.
Yep. Do I do that through the base?
I mean, there's not really any surfaces to work with that would help clean it up and make it look cool, right? Like, when I'm making my Legion of the Damned more skull themed, I put some on the shoulder pads.
Yeah, but it's not what I have in my army.
Can I see one of those?
I mean, I just replaced the body by a skull.
I mean, yeah, realistically, you didn't. All you did was add a skeleton.
Yeah, replace the sarcophagus by a...
Which, you did that the same effect by putting a skull on her. So it's fine. I mean,
yeah, so I will do that.
Give her a massive
I will just give them a nice base and call it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So they're done. Hey, Kramer, look.
Eloise learned how to magnetize models this afternoon.
Yeah, and I forgot that magnets have polarity because I'm an engineer.
So she put all the wrong. She put the magnets on the wrong.
No, I put the one on the wrist the wrong way because I put all of the others the same orientation, so it was the only one that was inside out or outside in.
So to answer your question, Justin, I'm not entirely sure because all of the really kill units besides Space Marine Desolators went up in points. So like attack bikes and gladiators and land speeders, they all went up in points. And Gilliman also went up in points. So I feel like you just don't get enough stuff. Now, with that being said, when Brad was building his Gilliman list, he had Gilliman and he had like 30 Desolators in his army. And that's great because Desolators were a fantastic unit in 9th edition. Now they magically went down 130 points for some crazy-ass reason. And it's pretty viable. So, like, they have the anti-tank, they have the anti-infantry rolls, they have the indirect rolls, like, you don't have to expose them. And they physically will just decimate anything that they can get range and shots on. And the way Blast changed, like, if a unit of 10 Desolators is shooting at a 5-man tactical squad, they get 10 D3 plus 10 shots. And that's an insane quantity. I don't get it. I have no idea why they went so cheap. I predict in the Space Marine book they're going to get really expensive. No. I think Eloise learned how to mute her mic. I'm proud of her.
Trust me, I'm an engineer. I just don't know magnets.
And like these are gigantic models. They're huge. They're almost the size of a crisis suit.
The Paragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big boys.
They're big girls.
They're
They're big thems. However you want to identify.
Well, it's Sisters of Battles, not Brethren of Battles, so that should answer that question.
You did build some Brethren of Battle.
I did. The Brethren of Battle looked good.
Yeah, if you shoot 20 dudes with Desolators, I mean, and it's a 10-man squad. Yeah, it's insane.
I'm not stealing the horse's spine.
You're not stealing them?
No.
I'm actually surprised I had magnets, so we found them. We just found some magnets.
Attached to a washer, 4 nails, and a picture hanging thing.
So I used the brass because what I did to prevent what you did is when I was magnetizing stuff, I would cut a small piece of brass out, paint it black, and then put the weapon, like a combi weapon, have a magnet drilled in so I could just swap the combi weapons. Because rare earth magnets are pretty strong, so they hook up in the brass.
But that is so smart. You don't need to care about polarity.
I mean, the polarity is the stronger bond. You're less likely to lose the part. With that being said, it's also super strong, so it's likely to break the super glue. That's why I never did it. So I used brass.
Well, you're pretty likely to lose the weapon when you put the magnet the wrong side in, and then all they do is push each other away. So who's next?
You still haven't told me what you actually want in your sister's army. Like, what do you want to buy? What do you want to field? I think the war suits that you have, not the Paragons, but the Mortifiers. I think Mortifiers are fantastic now.
Is there something that like the Night Spinner throws Tanglefoot in indirect or indirect?
No.
Okay. Rite of Castigation.
All right. So while Eloise looks through her sister's book, you need to look at Sacrosanct, you need to look at Dominions, you need to look at Seraphim and the Castigator. And you tell me what you want.
I mean, I already own Seraphim, so it seems like a reasonable and very good idea.
And Zephyrin. So right now, you only have 10 Zephyrin.
I only have 10 Zephyrin. So I have that's a very good number, sir.
10 is the best number. Alright.
And you know what is a good number of Seraphim?
10.
Yeah.
And 10 shall be the number of Zephyrin. And 10 shall be the number of Seraphim.
So Dominion cannot take the artificial... Yes, it can. Artificial crafted stone bolter.
I just don't think they deal mortal wounds now. I just think they're damage too.
Well.
So Dominions can only be in squads of 10, by the way. Which stinks. I don't know why they did that.
I mean, apparently I can put a melta gun, not a melta.
Yeah, you can have 4 melta guns.
No.
Which are bad. I mean, you put them in a rhino and you scout them forward and they shoot their melta guns. Something to keep in mind too is you might want to get a second rhino for...
I have a second rhino.
In this list there's 1 rhino.
Well, 2. Then.
Alright, now there's 2 rhinos. Okay, so that's another 80 points.
Hospitalier. She cannot revive people anymore.
No.
But I can heal Morven.
No.
You said I can heal Morven!
You cannot. He's a vehicle. You can heal literally every other character.
What did I cheat on that now I can do legally to Morven?
Revive her.
Ah, revive her, yes.
We're at 1835 right now. That is Celestine, Morven Val, Canoness, 30 Repentia, 10 Zephyrin, 2 Rhinos, 10 Battle Sisters, 10 Retributors, Sacrosants, and Celestine.
10 Retributors, like 2 times 5? Do I want to put a Canoness with the Retributors and a Hospitalier with the Retributors?
You physically can't.
Ah!
So the Canoness can only go in the Celestians, or Sacrosants, or the Battle Sisters.
Why do you involve me in the list making exercise? You know I suck
Because
at
you need to learn how it works.
Oh, I hate it when you're rational.
So mortifiers are good. I mean, you could take a Hospitaller. Like, it gives feel no pain to your Sacrosants.
Where do I see who can join the unit?
You have to go to the specific characters.
So I cannot look at the unit and know who joined them. I need to go to the character and know if they can join.
Yes.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And the best part about these books is that some are in alphabetical order, some are in random fucking order.
The Eldar is in alphabetical order,
yes.
And Sisters are just like, Surprise.
Space Marines makes no sense whatsoever. Like, there's lieutenants just randomly halfway through, and then there's another group of lieutenants. Seth thinks you should build by the rule of cool. Just use the cool models.
I mean, I will use a built model. I don't know if they're cool.
So, the purpose of this list building exercise, and I was telling this to Lyle, when we play on stream next week, you're just rolling dice and learning how to play. You're not making a tournament crafted list.
Is the Triumph of St. Catherine good in this edition?
Read what it is.
Can I eventually get my pepperoni pizza?
Yes.
Cool.
You can get the pepperoni pizza. Alright, now I need to pull up a fucking picture and explain what the pepperoni pizza is, because no one has any idea what you're talking about.
Well, you have a corpse, and next to it you have a girl holding a pepperoni pizza.
But we gotta get a picture, because, once again, no one has any idea what you're talking about. Triumph.
I know things about 40k that people don't.
Yes.
So she does Fiery Aura. While a friendly is within 6 inches of this model, the miracle dice you gain is a 6. Which is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's why people are taking them. So she could join a Battle Sister squad. So she has 18 wounds herself. And then she has... what's it called?
I never noticed that the girl behind seems so enthused about life.
Alright, we're going to transition real quick. So when Eloise talks about a pepperoni pizza, so I know Justin's met Eloise, Seth has known of Eloise, Michael kind of met Eloise.
Kramer kind of know it.
So when Eloise describes models, she picks one visual cue that reminds her of the model, and that's how she goes and identifies them. And a prime example of this is Tyrannid Zoanthropes. They're seahorses.
They are seahorses.
They look like seahorses, and I totally understand and get it where she's coming from. So when Eloise talks about the pepperoni pizza model, she means to try it for St. Catherine because they have the rosaries right here. I don't know if it's pointing to on the camera, but it looks like a pepperoni pizza.
It's the incense plate.
Yeah, it's incense or rose petals, or I think it's rose petals. Actually.
No, it's pepperoni pizza.
But it looks like a pepperoni pizza. I get it. I totally understand. Like, I kind of want a pepperoni pizza now. Too bad all the pizza places are closed.
Ooh. You still have what's the name? Orders?
We still have orders? No, we don't have orders.
So why does it say Censer of the Sacred Rose Aura, Simulacrum of the Ebon Chalice Aura, Simulacrum of the Argent Shroud Aura? Like,
orders are gone. They don't exist.
so how do I know which aura it gets?
All of them.
Or none of them?
It's not none of them. You definitely get some. All right.
Well, I cannot get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 auras, can I?
I don't know. I actually have the data sheet saved on the computer, so I can like pull them up and we can talk about it on here.
I need to build while you find me a list. Thank you, my love. I would be so excited to have the pepperoni pizza and the Roomba.
You can have both.
How many store credit do you have in Cleveland?
$70. You can't even get.
That doesn't cover neither the
It does,
pepperoni
it-
pizza nor the Roomba.
Well, I think June isn't that expensive. All right, let's do another screen share. Window capture. There you go. All right. So, all right, let's see. At the start of the battle round, select up to 2 of the abilities from the Relics of the Matriarch section. Until the start of the next battle round, this is the model has those abilities. So,
Wow, so I just choose.
yeah. See, so you don't lose them. If you remember in the last codex, you lost them if they took X number of wounds. So you don't lose
No,
them.
I did not.
You just choose to.
Nice.
And you also choose to regardless if you go first or second, because it's the start of the battle round.
At the start of each battle round or my battle round?
The start of the battle round.
Each battle round?
The start of the game turn.
Okay.
Okay. So I think everyone's really excited about this model because I think they're taking the turn miracle dice into 6.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I'm sorry, what is that? While a friendly Adeptus Horage unit is within 6 inches of the model, if that unit is destroyed, the miracle dice you gain as a result is an automatic 6.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty strong.
You just pinwheel everybody on it, right? You just make sure that this model is gigantic, by the way. So you can just make sure that everybody's within 6, and like when your Rhino dies from dumb shit, cool. Let's see what else. Well, a friendly Sisters unit is within 6 inches of the model, increase. Improve that unit's leadership characteristic by 1. Whatever. No one cares. While this friendly Sisters unit is within 6 inches of the model, you can perform any number of active phase per. Oh, that's actually really good, Eloise.
Yeah.
The Ebon Chalice one?
Yeah. That's why I chose Ebon Chalice to start. Ebon Chalice is pretty good.
So
Until they broke it.
So how active phase work now is it's 1 per a phase. So you can use, like, you can have 30 miracle dice, but you can only use 1 in the shooting phase, or 1 in the assault phase.
Yeah.
This allows you to use how many ever. So if you're killing units, right, and you're getting your automatic 6s, and then you pop your retributors and they go through the invulnerable saves, here's 14 damage, you know? Or, well, 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 damage.
You can still use the miracle dice for damage. Hit roll saving. No. Ah, yes. Yes. Yes.
You can. Alright, let's see what else I got. You could add 1 attacks to rapid fire weapons. That's terrible. Bolters aren't that good.
No, but they artificial crafted some bolter. I feel they were better before. Am I tripping?
They were better because they could do mortal wounds before. You could do a 6 up, no pain.
So Blessed Bolt is not a thing anymore.
Blessed Bolt is not a thing.
Blessed be the fruit.
Blessed be the Fruit Loops. While friendly, Adeptus or responsible to balls and melee, you can get the lethal hits ability. That's actually pretty good, Eloise.
Um,
And that's your pepperoni pizza power.
you know how I asked what is Battle Shock?
Yeah.
What is Lethal Heat?
Lethal hits is on a roll of 6 to hit, you automatically wound the target.
Doesn't seem that strong.
When you looked at all the data sheets, what's something you noticed?
That there is no AP nowhere.
Well, besides that,
That there.
are things more durable now?
I don't know. Not sisters. You're still T3 one wound.
What about your castigator? Did your castigator go up in toughness?
I never looked at the castigator before because it sucked. That's true.
Let's see.
You're yeah, making it weird.
I'm making it weird.
You need to center. Oh, look how they are off in the middle.
Oh. Well, it's because I just moved it.
But it's okay because you're seeing my sisters being built.
Did I not transition? Whoops. That's bad practice. Everyone saw the pepperoni pizza though.
Which is what matters.
So you actually have 2 abilities, Eloise.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read any of your sister's books so far?
Is there a quiz?
Okay, so Eloise did not read any of her sisters. So you get the miracle dice, right? That's just your army-wide rule. You know how miracle dice work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also get the Hallowed Martyrs rule.
The what?
The Hallowed Martyrs rule.
Okay.
So each time a Sisters of Battle model from your army makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll if that model's unit is below starting strength.
At what, you said?
Add 1 to the hit roll if your model is below starting strength.
So if I have a unit of 5 retributors and I have 4 retributors, then
They hit on +1.
I hit on 2s. If I didn't move.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then, in addition, add 1 to the wound roll if that model's unit is below half strength.
Do I have any of my, like the tanks or something like that I can shoot as I come out? Like you guys were talking about where you can just jump out of the boat and shoot.
Oh, for reroll wounds?
No, not for reroll wounds, for you can jump out of the thing and shoot, or...
You could jump out and shoot at any tank.
What were you guys talking about? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago with the... Everybody was going to buy Land Fortress... No. Everybody was going to buy the big Space Marine tanks.
Oh, okay. So there's 3 things that we have to acknowledge with tanks, and the first one is with Space Marine Land Raiders, and
Land Raiders, thank you.
is that they have the assault ramps rule, and that
Assault ramps, thank you.
and that allows you to move the tank, disembark, and charge. You can't do that with the Rhino. And Sisters of Battle does not have any assault ramps.
So I can shoot but not charge.
Correct.
And they can charge in the movement phase?
What do you mean?
I'm very confused.
No, you charge in the assault phase. It's just if you move the tank and disembark, you can't charge out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite sure that I would have cheated on that.
And then another thing to keep in mind is the Rhino. So, a thing that's been added, and this is why I think you should get a couple Rhinos, is that they have firing deck 2.
Firing depth?
Firing deck.
Deck.
Yes.
So I can shoot out of them when I'm in them?
Yes.
Strong.
With 2 models. And they also heal themselves.
They have a built-in
Yeah.
mechanics?
Self-repair. At the start of your command phase, this model regains 1 lost wound.
That's pretty cool.
Let's go back to see how Eloise is doing. And that way I can pull up,
Chat.
I can pull up chat.
If you tell me you need a 3rd screen,
No, I don't need a 3rd screen.
I might throw this pot of glue at you.
Just looking at what everyone's saying. I'm actually surprised everyone's still on, so thank you for helping us out and making sure I don't blow up the stream. But Justin...
You did it only once.
Yeah, I only did it once. I'm not going to do that again. Okay, so Justin says you can put Dominions in immolators, and when you do. So immolators have a capacity of 6, and Dominions only come in units of 10. So you cut the unit in half, and you determine which weapons go where, and then half go in one immolator, half go in the other immolator. And Dominions have the keyword of Scout, so you get a pregame move with your immolator. Or Rhino, for that matter.
Yes. Okay, cool.
And then when they get out, the immolator has the keyword that when you disembark and shoot, as long as the immolator shoots and hits the target that you're targeting, they get 4 rerolls to wound.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Maybe we need to get an immolator.
We can. We can go look. I mean, it'd be fun. They're a little pricey. That's the only thing.
And Kramer said that Space Marine were meant to be sorted by armor type, like Phobos and...
Alright. Nah, I get it.
And that's the only Space Marine type that I know.
Now that model is a pepperoni pizza kit to me. That's what that says. Alright.
Yeah.
It should always be painted as a pizza from here on out.
Oh, it will, like 100%. If it were not Kidney and my firstborn, I would 100% buy one and make it a pepperoni pizza one.
That bottle is so expensive, and I don't understand why it's so expensive. Let's see. It says 2 per turn. So Kramer pointed out something. Mm-hmm. So there are very few auras left in the game.
Really?
So that's the reason why all the characters got cheap. So Morven Val used to be 265, 275 points because she had an aura of reroll hits. And she could nominate any unit to get full rerolls. Well, that just doesn't exist anymore. There are very few auras. So the fact that you have a character in the St. Catherine's Triumphant, or whatever it's called,
the pepperoni pizza
gives you auras, and it can attach to a unit, and it's kind of durable. It's 18 wounds.
I think it can attach to sacks.
I don't know what unit attaches
the
to.
The Triumph of St. Catherine, Battle Sister Squad.
Yeah, but you have, right?
What does Epic Hero mean? It's a new name for characters?
So Epic Hero means that it's a special character, and you can only take one of them.
Oh, it's like named character.
Yeah. That's all. You just can't have 3 Triumphs of St. Catherine.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what else.
And she's pretty big in herself.
She's big. She's on
like
a So Justin said, yeah, it's on a night base.
It's a sturdy model, so 6-inch gives you a real pizza.
Kramer, this glue is amazing. It's Gorilla Glue, super glue. And it works very well. It's cheap, it works well, it's not runny, it lasts a long time. It works out very well.
Kramer, I am using the glue that was provided to me.
Do you want Kramer to mail you glue? He's offering to mail you glue.
Thank you. I'm good.
Okay, if you want to mail Eloise glue, I'm not going to use it. I love this stuff.
I prefer the slightly runnier one, but that's me. And since I don't care enough, we're going to use the one you have.
It's cheap. It's cheap and there's a lot of it in a container, so and it works out really well.
And it's the fingers of someone who has been building for a couple of hours. I do not have... You want to go run a heist?
A heist?
Because I do not have fingerprint anymore.
Keep using your substandard glue. I will. So we've been on for an hour.
Strong.
How do you feel about streaming?
I'm chill because it's people that I know.
I think next time we should get Eloise on camera. What do you guys think?
Fuck no.
I think Eloise should be on camera and I should be building models. What do you guys think? I mean, I got 12 buildings to paint.
I guess there will be no next time.
So I think we could probably just turn the camera to have it on Eloise.
How about no?
How about no? So how about ghost kills? That's a good question. Let's look at ghost kills. All right. Let me actually do it right this time. And, like, actually transition the screen for what we're looking at. Let me get to the ghost kill page first so I don't give everyone motion sickness. Not trying to get motion sickness. Alright, ghost kills. Cool. Transition. And we can probably zoom in a little bit. Alright. You know, so I think they're fantastic. So I was chatting with Justin today in the car while I was driving to the game store to rescue Eloise from the game store. And true story, I've had several people try to, rescue me from a game store for being there too long. This is the first time I've ever went to a game store to pick up Eloise and make sure that she wasn't getting kidnapped. Because when I went there, she was there for 3 hours at this point.
You know where I was and who I was with. What is Mr. Rice gonna do?
It was still hilarious. Like, I just walked in like, you're still here?
He's way too kind.
But going back to the ghost kill, I like it. I mean, it has the lone operative keyword, so it can't be targeted unless you're within 12. And even if you do target...
Oh, is it the one that jumps? Is it the one that you cannot target if you're not within 12, but then it can move 9?
No, not this one. So, it has the lone operative keyword, so it can't be targeted within 12. It has the stealth keyword, so it's always going to be in cover. Actually, I think it's within cover if you're more than 12 inches away. Or that doesn't make any sense. What does stealth do? Can someone tell me what stealth does? I could look it up. I'm going to rely on you guys.
So, stealth, close the eyes and makes it a line, a dot, and a line, and then you can steal people's money from their pockets. You have no clue what I'm talking about.
So stealth is -1 to hit outside 12, and you can't be targeted outside 12. Then what the hell is the point of having stealth? Doesn't make any sense.
To steal people's money from their pockets.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to mute your mic. Okay.
Hey, you want to go on stream?
Skyrim. Okay. Alright, so in addition to having lone operative, in addition to having stealth, it also has 2 drones that reduce damage to 0. Which...
I cannot cut anymore because I can see what I'm looking at over my cheeks.
I still want to just transition the camera. No. She's now crying. Yeah, that's what I thought, Justin. I thought just -1 to hit now because it would be pointless. Like, lone operator means you can't be targeted if you're outside 12. And then stealth is -1 to hit. That makes a lot more sense. So, he's -1 to hit. He can't be targeted from far away units. He has a 2-up save. No invuln, which is a bummer. Kramer, don't feel bad. I mean, the edition literally just came out, right? And I know you've been working a shit ton. I haven't read the core rulebook. I'm assuming the vast majority of everybody in the world hasn't read the core rulebook. So...
I mean, I printed it.
We're learning.
Do you want me to print out and laminate bingo cards?
Bingo cards?
I will not say at work because that would be very unprofessional of me and we need to save capitalism. But with like each mistake that people can make and all of that, and every time you make a mistake, you put something on it, and then when you get a line, you get a shot or something like that.
I mean, it doesn't have Feel No Pain, it doesn't have Invuln saves, but it has the 2 drones that just reduce the damn characteristic to 0 with a 2-up armor save. Like, cool. That seems really good. Like, you're just not killing this guy. And let's look at his guns. Like, I don't think you take the Fusion Collider. The range is too short, and you just can't really get much use out of it. I think you take the Iron Raker. 6 shots, especially when you're trying to shoot for exploding 6s on turn 3, 4, and 5. You could overheat it and just roll 2+ to hit, or 2+ to not kill yourself. And then...
Didn't you kill your Dreadnought like that?
No, I've never killed my Dreadnought like that. I think between the Twin Burst Cannon, the Fusion Blaster, and the Tau Flamer, I think the Fusion Blaster is the best choice. Is it great? No. But the other options suck. So, I wish it was 2 shots. I wish the Tau Flamer had more shots. I wanted to have D6 plus 2, or 2D6 plus 4. Yeah, damage 3 is great. Like, it's a Terminator killer. It's AP2. It's a solid gun. And it is pretty cheap. Yeah, so you're not killing it, right? So you could fire it effectively 4 times, and if you fail all 4 hazardous tests, then you will die. So you're just, this guy's not dying. He's just really annoying, and he's super cheap. How many points is he? Is he like 140 or something?
I don't have that one. I just printed Eldar and Sister.
Yeah, I think I have it somewhere. Points. Points.
Yeah, Justin says, yeah, it's 170 for all of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you got to compare it to its predecessors and stuff that are similar to this. So, when you're looking at the Riptide is 235, and actually we can just pull up the Riptide. Sorry for making your own motion sick. Riptide. There you go. Alright. So you got the Riptide. So the Riptide is 65 more points. He does have a 4-pin Molten Save. But, I mean, I guess he gets 4 shots. Kinda. Like his Riptide Fists, you know, they're hitting on 5s and no AP, 2 damage.
How are Imperial Fist?
Imperial Fists don't exist anymore. All they have is a special character. Oh, Brad's on.
Oh shit.
You should ask Brad what.
Brad, I need a list. Please.
Brad, Eloise wants a Sisters of Battle list. I need you to hit us up with one.
Brendan tried to have me make one, but I have no clue.
Alright.
Please.
Yeah, I don't think the Riptide's worth it. Like, there's no such thing as shield and missile drones, so you don't get extra wounds from having shield and missile drones. They're just regular missile drones. And it's like 4 shots that hit on a 5+. He said no, Eldar.
But I have way more Sisters build than Eldars.
You have 4,000 points of Eldar, so you're good to go.
I said build.
You know, 4,000 points of Eldar. Yeah, the Riptide's just not worth it. He can always be targeted. There's no hiding this guy. It's a giant model. Pretend the Eldar are sisters. There you go.
I mean, they're Eldar with boobs.
They're Eldar with boobs.
Yeah.
I mean, the Banshees.
No, but even in the Guardian, they are Guardianess.
Not in the old kit. In the current kit, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not seeing in any case scenario that you're taking Riptide over the other guy. Because the other guy is just always shooting. He's immune to Desolators. You're only clearing them out if you get into combat with them or you're fast, and that's just not going to happen.
I thought you said fat.
I mean, if you're fat like Death Guard, you're not getting there either.
Only the great and clean can kill them.
See, Brad's going to be nice. He's going to work on a sisters list just for you.
Thank you, Brad.
We need a sisters list in order for it to be on stream.
The Eldars are not ready to be...
And I know that you want to play Eldar on stream, Brad. So you can make sure you bring your Eldar because Eloise doesn't have enough painted Eldar to put on stream. But we do have 2 painted Night Spinners.
And 40 Guardians. The Guardians?
Yeah. Alright. Mike, I don't think Space Marines could take a Hammerhead.
I don't know now. Sisters can take Knights, so why not Space Marine taking a Hammerhead?
You know, back in the day, they used to be able to.
Fucking more.
Justin, what edition was that? Was that 5th edition where you can ally Tau into Space Marines? I remember you had your Crisis Suit commanders physically attached to the Centurions, and you failed 2 pinning tests. It was 6th. Okay.
I don't know how you guys do it because I've only played in 9, and now we are reading 10.
Yeah.
And two GT book of 9, and I'm already hyper confused.
It was either 5th or 6th. I think it was 5th. I don't think it was 6th. 6th edition is when the Tau Space Marine Brofist went away, so everyone got rid of their Tau in the Space Marine list and put in Eldar and Riptides. Yeah. Brad started in 2nd edition. I started playing 40k back in 2001. So it's been 22 years.
Longer than Big Michael, former Michael has been alive.
Yes, I've been playing 40k for longer than Giant Michael Irvin has been alive.
Can you spray me with a spray, please? It's here. I know, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
There you go. Thank you. You're the best.
Alright, I don't remember what edition it was. Well, Justin is 100% correct. He not only... You failed a 2+ armor save, Justin, because Kasoro Khan had an AP3 weapon. So you failed a 2+ armor save, and I instant killed one of your Riptides. I think it was Ovesa. Alright, let's talk about these broadsides. I think you're taking broadsides too, Justin. Support system. Following. So yeah, I think you take broadsides, right? So I know they're 110 points, but with that 110 points, you get a Riptide, or sorry, not Riptide, broadside, heavy rail rifle, twin plasma rifle, 2 shield drones, so he has 10 wounds. There's no way to give him a 4-up invulnerable save, but he does have a 4-up field no pain against mortals. And I don't think you actually even bother with the battle suit support system or the weapon support system, right? So the battle suit support system is you can shoot when you fall back, but you're a vehicle, so just shoot in combat or out of combat. Like, You can shoot out of combat. And you can ignore any modifiers. We got marker lights, and it's a heavy weapon, so who gives a shit?
Can the boats still shoot while in combat?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, let's look at Brad's list. 2 Storm Surge, 3 Ghost Keel, 3 Stealths, Shadow Sun, Hammerhead. And 3 Piranha. Piranha are fantastic now, by the way. The amount of shit they get for 55 points is fantastic. They're getting the Fusion Blaster, they're getting 2 Seeker Missiles, and then you still have the stupid-ass drones. So you get the Carbines. And then they force Battleshock tests. They get a pre-game scout move, and like I said, they're 55 points each. So, when I was chatting with Justin about it, I think you take 3 times 2, it's only 330 points. And, like, if you're facing a demon list with Be'lakor, this should fuck Be'lakor up pretty fucking quick. Having all the Seeker missiles just go into him should wreck him. He only has a 4 pinball save. There's no modifiers to hit him.
Do demons still have that ridiculous save against range weapons?
No, they got rid of it.
Good.
It's just a straight up pinball now. And only like 1 or 2 guys has a 3-up pinball in that army.
Strong.
But Bellacor's a 4 pinball. Like, I don't see a world where 6 Piranha don't A, cock block the entire demon army, and B, don't kill Be'lakor.
That's number 1.
Uh-oh. We're having an emergency. We ran out of our first bottle of wine. Should I go get some more wine?
No, it's okay, it's late. If I drink more, I'm gonna fall asleep. You know it. I know it. Yeah. Get ready to spray me again, because I'm about
You
to
ready
do
to spray you again?
the same thing again.
Alright, let me know when you're ready. Be'lakor had a tough day today.
Go. Thank you.
And that's a good point, Justin. Their Meltas are also Melta 4. And there's no way with fucking 14 inches of movement that you're not getting in shooting range, Melta distance, turn 1. Like, it's just getting there. First turn, you move 23 inches, right? 9 plus 14. Died to Wraith Knights, died to Knights, died to Storm Surge.
You know what we should talk about?
Fuck Be'lakor.
Both a Eldar and a Sisters list so that I know what to build and what to build. Now that we have Brad as a captive audience,
Alright.
define captive.
Actually, I want to talk Pathfinders real quick. Justin, you love Pathfinders. Are Pathfinders worth it? I feel like Pathfinders are decent. Let's see. Points.
15 Grav Dev felt amazing work. 25.
Hey, I didn't break it, and I was able to pull up the points for Tau. Nice. Alright, let's see. Tau Empire. Pathfinders. 120 points, it's not bad. I mean, I can see them be a little bit too. They're just cheap as shit, though. Or they do a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like you're taking, what's his face, Dark Strider. You're giving the entire army +1, or this squad +1 with the wound. You can infiltrate and give them scout moves. You get the 3 fucking heavy weapons, some more rail rifles, because you can never have enough rail rifles.
Is the rail gun still like strength 500,000, 14 damage?
So the Hammerhead railgun is strength 20.
14 damage?
6 plus D6. The broadside railgun is strength 12, I think. 6 plus D6 plus 1. And then Pathfinders have railguns that are strength 10, 3 damage.
Strong.
I don't know. I think with Pathfinder units, probably worth it. I would take it with Dark Strider. Plus 1 to wounds means you're wounding most things on a 2. Big things on a 3, or the biggest things on a 4. Like, that seems pretty solid.
My dick on a 5.
My dick. And you can take 3 of them. Alright. There's so much damage, and when Imperial Knights hit ATC, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. There's nowhere to fucking hide on those tables. Somebody told me that they wanted to ban or make Space Marine 0-1, and I'm like, that's bullshit. You should make Imperial Knights 0-1 because Imperial Knights are gonna be fucking oppressive.
You can take more than one.
Well, you can take Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, and it's going to be oppressive.
Makes sense. Devastator.
Alright, Devastator Squad. So, what was the demon list that got tabled in 1 turn by Imperial Knights? That's fucking insane. The fact that you can just deep strike an Imperial Knight 9 inches away turn 1 is just absolutely insane to me, by the way.
You can deep strike turn 1.
With an Imperial Knight, yes. It's stupid as shit.
That's pretty good.
Seems strong.
Well, he's his own drop pod, you know? Hi, I identify as a drop pod. So, what weapon do you hold?
I don't know if we're still streaming.
You don't hold a weapon. Yeah.
No. Where'd it go? Alright, that's weird. I see myself on camera, I think.
Yeah. You're here. Look, you're here.
Thanks. No, what I'm saying is, that's weird. Alright.
I know your problem.
Ha ha!
There you go. Ah, old people and technology.
Alright. I don't think you take the harpoon. I think you just take the other one. You need more shots. Alright. Michael, you need to take some Devastators. We're looking at, just you take 4 Grav Cannons. Grav Cannons are anti-vehicle 3+, and they do 3 damage. You just get so many shots. You get 12 shots, and then you can give the sergeant stupid shit too. Like, you give the sergeant a grav pistol, which is anti-vehicle, 1 shot at 12 inches. You give him a thunder hammer. You give him a combi weapon. I'd probably go combi weapon, thunder hammer, honestly, on the sergeants. We already have them all built because that's how the rules changed. If the shooting remains stationary, you can click on recover. You're never remaining stationary with the Devastators. They'll be dead immediately if you remain stationary. Servitors are so bad for what they are.
Well, then you can give them back to Kramer.
Yes, Kramer, I still have your 4 Blood Angel Servitors. I need to give them back to you.
I tried to have him buy some.
I'm not buying them. They're so bad now.
And he said, I'm not buying nothing to replace Kramer's servitor until Kramer fixes the Magnus Kalgar sword.
I am very sad that Kramer ripped off the sword of my model.
How do you guys like my Brandon impersonation?
It's pretty close. Kramer doesn't care that his models. So Brad, how many games of 40K did you play today? I feel like you played all the games.
Like for real? With real soldiers or on TTS?
No, he played real. So Kramer went over Corey and Mike's place with Lyle, and the 4 of them played games all day today.
Nice.
So
I'm the only one who will be a 10th edition virgin by that time.
I mean, I haven't played any games yet. Not Kramer. Brad did. Kramer hasn't played yet. Brad played 40K all day.
Kramer played Call of Duty all day.
The most important part about Canis Rex is that he has Freedom's Hand. And anytime you use that model, you just gotta yell Freedom's Hand. And while you're pimp slapping your opponent.
Freedom's Hand sounds like jazz hands for cheerleading.
Jazz hands. He's great. He when the thing dies, he gets out.
Who has those flamers?
I want to know Kramer's take. Kramer, what are you playing 40K wise right now? What are you going with? I know Brad is on a Desolators and Gilliman kick. I don't own that many Desolators, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get 25 Desolators for ATC. So I might just take some Sternguard, swap them out. Alright, Mike, thank you for your help in making sure that I'm not crashing the system besides the one time when I tried to switch cameras. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I think Seth left too.
Well,
I'm printing Desolators now. Are you printing the Johnny 5 rocket ones?
That's a glorious backpack. Whose backpack is that? Oh. Ah.
Yeah. ATC is July 28th, 30th? 28th to the 30th, I think. I think we got a cabin for like 20 people. Oh, she did it again.
I thought you were back on... Yeah, you're not looking at me. It's okay.
Oh, I see it. Eloise is bumping her camera again.
It's okay. No one sees.
Why are these things so damn cheap?
If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really fall?
It did fall.
No. What?
So, Kramer's texting me pictures of some ways that he's getting Desolator Marines. I have no fucking clue why these went down so many points. They heard it. Why are Desolators 240 points? They do everything. They shoot anti-tank, and they're really good at shooting anti-tank. They shoot indirect. They ignore cover. They ignore the hit modifier for shooting indirect. I'll put those one in the box.
Nothing happened.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Kramer, I think you should look at playing Deathwatch. Deathwatch is stupid.
I thought Deathwatch was not that good because of the points. I'm very confused.
Well, Kramer's going with Stern Guard. So Kramer's list had a whole shit ton of Stern Guard. He shared it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in drop pods.
Mm-hmm.
But with Death Watch, you can make your Stern Guard have additional AP. You can make them wound infantry on a 2+, assuming they're not using combi weapons if they're using the regular bolters. Which, by the way, is epic. The Death Watch Terminator squads with 3 Cyclone missile launchers with Dragon Bolt ammunition. Hey, remember that time that, 6d6 plus how many ever shots from Blast hit and wounded your squads on 2s with full rerolls? Seems good. Oh yeah, if I roll 6, it's sustained hits, so I get additional hits. That unit generates so many hits, it's not even fucking funny. And then you also got the Storm Bolters.
So sustained hits is exploding 6s.
Yes.
Why don't they call it exploding 6s?
Because exploding 6s sounds childish, I guess. I don't know.
We're playing with tiny toy soldiers.
You're not wrong. I just don't... There's a couple things that are just really weird. Like, they have, the same rule 10 different places and 10 different ways. And they said they were going to streamline everything, give everything keywords, but then they just decided to, not do that. Yeah, Kramer, I think you should consider doing a Death Watch list. I think you'd have a good time with it. Just try it out. Take your Stern Guard base, all in drop pods, and then you take Terminator squads, 5-man Terminator squads with 3 heavy weapons in them, and they're only 210 points. You could put a Terminator Librarian in there. They get sustained hits, because. And then you have army-wide sustained hits, army-wide precision hits, or army-wide lethal hits. And then with the ammunition, the army's just silly. It's very silly. No attack bikes, but you can still take Desolators. And guess what? Desolators can take precision, Dragonfire ammo, so they're the blast and direct hits on or wounds on 2s. And if you want the second Otsa moment, they have a relic that gives them a second Otsa moment. And you're not paying the 355 point Gilliman tax. Justin, if you want to play Death Watch, I might have extra models. So, you know how many Marines I have. I have 22,000 points. I should be able to let you borrow some stuff. So what are you building right now?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's the people who are weird.
Oh, the Arcoflagellants. Okay. I really think Death Watch is the best Space Marine book, with Dark Angels being second. But I also have a strong preference for bikes.
No. You have a strong preference for bikes?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, that is surprising. I had never heard that before.
I'm so ready to put 3 Talmasters on the table, because Talmasters have lone operative. Or not lone operative, but you can't target them unless if they're within 3 inches of another vehicle. Guess what? They're all vehicles, so you just have all 3 Talmasters hanging out together with twin-link weapons. Just shooting the shit, flying around the table, being untargetable. Seems pretty good. What's up?
What you just said doesn't make sense. They don't need to be within 3 inches of someone who is not a character?
No. It's based on vehicle. They have to be within 3 inches of the vehicle. And they're all vehicles.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, so I think I have all of the people who like hurting themselves.
You know what sucks? 3 Vengeance in a cluster. Oh, yeah. I also like attack bikes. So, when you guys have a chance, be sure to read the commentary on how things interact. So, like, let me pull up attack bikes. Because attack bikes are silly. Because of what they do now.
I'm not doing that tonight for that noise.
Alright, we're going to zoom into the attack bike special rule. So, once per turn in your opponent's unit phase, when a friendly Adeptus Asteries mounted unit within 6 inches of the unit has been selected as a target of attack, this unit can use this ability. If it does, after the enemy unit has finished making its attacks... Ow, that one doesn't work like I wanted it to. So, there's some of these abilities, like this, that immediately, like, if you do, like, a single wound, they cut in immediately, and you can fire immediately before that unit's even finished the attacks. And yeah, the Land Speeder Vengeance is the Plasma Speeder. It actually got a little bit of a glow up. It's a little expensive now, though. Let's see. Data sheets, Dark Angels.
So I have one surprise extra set of wings. Do I want Seraphim or Zephyr?
Yes. The issue is it's in units of 5 or 10. There's no in-betweens.
Is it 5 or 10 counting Celestina the Twins?
No, it's in addition to that.
Okay. But the Repentias are
5 or 10.
5 or 10, including the Repentia Superior.
It's Repentia Superior plus 4 Repentia, and then if you take 10, it's 1 Repentia Superior and 9 Repentia.
Okay, thank you.
Once per turn in your opponent's movement phase or shooting phase, when a friendly Space Marine unit within 6 inches of this model is destroyed, this model can use this ability. It cannot be used if it's destroyed itself. If it does, the attacking unit has finished making its attacks. The model can shoot if it was your shooting phase, resolving all the attacks. Seems good with a blast plasma weapon that's twin linked.
Seems completely broken.
They're just a little pricey. I own one. I thought about like running 3 and what that would look like, but they're just a little too pricey for me.
Should I make some of them into Sacrosands instead?
Do you have shields?
I have spare shields, but I don't have spare, not halberd, but I have 2 shields.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Because I don't think the halberds are worth it. I think you take the other one.
The spear. That's a spear.
Yeah. I think that's a spear that your sergeant was supposed to have, but then you swapped it out for something else.
Seems legit.
So you have 10 Sacrosands, but it's all in batches of 5. How is the Dark Shroud? Alright, let's look at it. 6 inches have stealth.
You know what stealth means?
They get +1 to their save. Well, actually, hold
It
on.
means that you can go steal people's cheese from their pocket.
Oh my goodness. No one gets that reference.
Yes.
Oh, so they have stealth and count as being in cover. That's pretty good. How many points is it, though? It's probably too many points. Probably an insane amount of points. Alright, let's see. 125. That's actually not too bad. I would consider it for 125. It's a different play style. Yeah, so it's -1 to hit and you count as being in cover. Seems legit. Yeah, you only take 1. That's making your attack bikes more survivable. That's making your land speeders, all your land speeder variants more survivable. Your regular bikes. It just keeps them around longer. It used to be only -1 to hit, but the fact that it also gives cover is actually really good because for the longest time bikes couldn't have cover, so now we have cover.
What is it? Dark Shroud?
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yep. I have exactly 1. Alright. My dear, it's 11:40.
Ooh la la, maybe that's why I'm a little bit tired.
Yeah. We've been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes.
No, you've been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes. I've just been sitting here saying nonsense, building models.
And shaking the camera and
Shaking the camera and showing off my boobs. Seems like a good stream.
Alright. I think we should call it. What do you think? Alright, let's show off what you're working on. So everyone can see what you're doing. And then there you go. What you building?
I'm taking one of the normal sisters and turning her into a Celestians because I have way too many normal sisters. Then I'm going to take that normal sisters and those wings and that power sword and that thing and that. Is it the same hand? It's not the same hand. And we're going to make them a flying Zephyrim. That's finished and that's going to go in the box. That's finished and that's going to go in the box. And then I have her. I just need to find her a weapon. And then I'm done building every single sister that I own.
Nice. Well, you got bases to do, but...
Yes, that is very true.
So should we shoot tomorrow? Or no?
I mean, I'm going to finish that tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm weirdly motivated, so I might as well do it.
Alright. I think we're going to call it a night, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us and helping out. I think I'll try advertising a little bit earlier.
Or can we not advertise it and just go live and see what happens?
Yeah.
I don't want people to have expectations.
Okay.
If you have expectations, then you're disappointed.
I'm never disappointed.
You're never disappointed by McDonald's because you have low expectations.
I just stopped going to McDonald's. But yeah, thank you everybody for helping us test the equipment. I now know that I can't hook up 3 cameras and swap in between each one. So that ain't gonna work.
I mean, you can, but you crash everything.
Just crash the system. Solid. Works out really well. Alright, have a good night, guys.
Have a good night,
Gotta
thank you.
Gotta put the closing music on, because that's the way, so. Alright, have a good night, guys.